and it could change your thought patterns, your thought processes. It could make you a serial killer when yesterday you weren't. It could give you all these kinds of thoughts of anything it wanted to implant into head, either a single person or in mass. Okay, that does not work anymore, just so you know. So then you have ultimate control and command, section 9, and section 8 would have had ultimate control and command over the family systems. Okay, so control system 9 communicated directly with control and command on the bottom side of the system. Okay, white screen. You've heard people talk about the silver screen, the white screen at some point in time. You might have heard these things. And then the black screen. This one back here always controlled this one. I know the black sun, black screen, doesn't think it did, but it always had full control over who would actually even be able to touch the screen in the first place. So it had control over your access codes, your key codes, and they were all issued by the backside system. So you've heard all these people saying, we're just waiting for codes from the elders. That is never going to happen because even the elders can't get their own codes right now. Okay? So I don't know who's talking all of this stuff, but I'll explain to you why they think this way. Okay? So now let's talk about the front side banking system. Okay? Now that we understand somewhat of the control that the back system actually has. Now I had to learn all of this and all the programming and how it was different and how all of these pieces of the puzzle fit together over the last 4 years, okay? It's not been that long of a period of time, and I'm really trying my best to understand everything that they put in our way, and they're constantly adding new things in the front system that get in our way, okay? So I'm going to leave the backside system here just for illustration purposes. Now let's talk about the front. Okay, we already discussed 9 is control and command, which was run by the black sun. Okay, so remember, black sun was security for Rothschild, right? So they would have been in charge of the front side banking system. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For those of you that know a little bit about quantum physics, you'll understand that this is Tesla's triangle, right? 7 and 8. Okay, now you've often heard the term, if you've been in this business for a long period of time, you see 3 keys in the Vatican, you see the number 3 appearing a lot. Okay, it was 2 keys to get out, money out, and 2 keys to get in and 3 keys to get out. The 3rd key was always control and command on the backside system. Okay, that was never a family member. There's no dragon people up there. There's only the 3 in the middle of that big chart that Tank has been showing you. So, okay, let's go to section 1. Your bank account. Okay, this is where you live. Your money lives here, okay? And there's 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D, but nonetheless, level 1. This is you, okay? Level 2, the NSA and 9 Eyes. Okay, this is your GCHQ. And I'm just talking the financial system here. I'm not talking intelligence and military. This is how the financial system functions. Okay, level 3, this is the bank back office, also known as the VTX system that Cobra talks about a lot on his website. In the past, this would have been completely controlled by the CIA, right here, this VTX system up here. That's your bank back office, which also predominantly are CIA. And this is the second half of the banking system on the front, which completes the federal dual system. Okay. Now, we have level 4. This is where you'll find Oracle systems. Microsoft. Who else would you have in there? Anyone who makes a banking system in the planet Earth is in here. Okay, so the SIP system, you guys all talk about how SIPs is going to save the day. That's also registered in there. Everybody's got a back door to all your stuff. Okay, so that's what is located in Section 4. These are all the back doors that are given to all of these companies when they decide to create a new financial software. Level 5, Pentagon. Okay, GCHQ. And a few other military systems. Now, they were the guardians, purportedly, right, of the financial system. The Pentagon head office for this would have been in Berlin. Now, does that answer your question? We all know that the Black Sun originated predominantly in the area known as Germany today. So that's why the Pentagon office in Berlin was actually the firewall for the financial system. Okay? Okay, level 6, the Federal Reserve. This encompasses your 12 plus 1 boards of the Fed. Of course, your banking family control, your banksters as you call them. Okay, that's where they reside in the system. Level 7, okay, family bankers. So all of the codes, these are your controllers. Remember, you probably heard me talk about the fact that the Clintons control Citibank, the Lees family controls Wells Fargo. This is why. It's because you had to have the family code here. Now, this is directly downloaded from the backside system, level 7 to level 7. Without any registration in the back system, it will not recognize any of these people. Okay? Level 8. This is BIS, IMF, World Bank, UN. So you hear these people talking about the UN, so on and so forth, and all these exciting people on the internet, and how the IMF and Christine Lagarde is going to release the RB. Absolutely not true, and let me explain to you why. Okay? If you are a level 8, you must have a level 1 to function. Period, end of story. You must have a complete cycle, a 9. Okay? So them without you, they are nothing. You understand? Okay. If you are a level 7, you must have a level 2 to communicate with and to enter an access code and a remuneration code. Okay? All of which are given to you by the back system. So the NSA, Nine Eyes, GCHQ needed to have a signatory to make them function in the system. Okay? Without these people can't do a gosh darn thing. Federal Reserve needs a level 3. Okay? So the CIA BTX system was directly connected to the Federal Reserve. It's nice that the Federal Reserve has an access code and a key code. Okay? That's great. However, without your data code and access code, you have nothing. Okay? So these people need these people just as much as these people need these people. Now, level 3 in the front banking system would be all of your tier 1 institutions. Tier 1 institutions would be central banks, the United States Treasury Department. It would be the Central Bank of Russia. It would be the Bank of England. All of you fit in a level 3 section. And yes, just in case you didn't know, you're either MI6, Mossad, or the CIA in the back office. Okay? Controlling all the computer systems. A level 5, GCHQ, although they thought that they were the complete and total firewall, no, you couldn't actually do anything in the front side financial system without a level 4 access code, which is your indexing for your allocation numbers and your backside access code or clearing code, okay? So this is how the front banking system had operated when we first started, okay? So in order to get from back system to front system, you had to have every single one of these codes. Now, what Mr. Cottrell is talking about when he talks about I'm waiting for my banking codes, he's talking about his possibly level 2, possibly level 3, maybe a level 7, because he's always looking for the elders. This is where the elders are, right here. Okay, your Woos, your Wangs, and all the Wing Wongs over in Reno. Okay, this is your family members. The family members think that if they work together with the Reno people, which are mainly agency retired folks, then you guys together make a lock and key. But you don't, because there's nothing in the back system anymore as it relates to any of you. Because why? Because you're not interested in clearing funds, you're interested in controlling the planet Earth. However, you're very far down the food chain, so let's talk about that now. Okay? So why are the codes not coming out? What happens when we hit level 1 banking? Why is the money not getting credited to the account? And what are we fighting for? Right? Okay, so these are all questions I constantly get. I constantly get people telling me I'm, not telling you the truth and all of this stuff, but this is fact, okay? Now, the reason why the banking system was structured as the Ring of Solomon is because it was all intended to take energy from all of us humans. So they would actually own the energy, and we would get pretty paper in exchange called money,